Hello, YouTube. You are getting a very different view today. I am driving what we call Mr. Truck. That's what BB calls my Ford Ranger, Mr. Truck. And occasionally you're going to see this thing flash in front of the screen. That would be Bob. Bob is a skeleton. I got him at a dollar store. There's Bob. He hangs from the rearview mirror. I don't know. I just bought it one time because I thought it was fun. And he's been here ever since. Okay? His string's broken, so he hangs down low. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. We are here today to talk. This is another rant video. I haven't done rant videos in a while because I have to come up with subjects, and I wait until the subject hits me instead of just sitting back and saying to myself, okay, what can I make a rant video about? I don't do that. I sit here and wait until the subject comes to me. And this one came to me a few days ago, and it's being selfish. I'm slowing down a lot because we're in a school zone. It's about being selfish, okay? What is selfish? Being selfish is thinking of oneself before others. A lot of people do that these days. It's on the increase. It's becoming something that, I don't know, I think it's a problem in our society, okay? And I hate to say it, but I'm not going to avoid politics or religion in this video. I'm not going to single out any specific religion. I'm not going to single out any specific politician or political view. But I'm going to have to talk about it because being selfish occurs everywhere in our lives. And I'm going to give you some examples, okay? One example is a politician who says, we need this law, but I'm exempt from it. They're doing that because they're thinking about themselves and they don't care what they do to you. They know this law is a bad law, so they want to be exempt from it before it hurts or destroys their family, okay? Well, that's not what they should be doing. They should be thinking about the law's impact on everyone, including themselves, and only voting for laws that affect everyone. Okay, that's what I mean by politics. I'm not naming names. I'm not talking political parties. But if you guys start paying attention, and ladies, if you guys and ladies start paying attention, you will start to see that a lot of politicians behave this way, and it's wrong. When you elect a politician and you know they're selfish, next time don't vote for them. We need to root this out because it's hurting our country. It's hurting our way of life. Okay, now we're going to talk religion for a minute. And then again, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name churches or specifics. What I am going to point out, and this has always bugged me, is that there are some religions where the pastor, preacher, whatever you want to call him, lives a very lavish lifestyle. He sits up there and begs for donations for the church and then lives in an $18 million home. And if you go looking, you'll find there is one that does that. Lives in an $18 million home, has a $2 million private jet. That's being selfish. He's thinking about himself. What could I do with $20 million? You know, give me $20 million. I'm not going to live in an $18 million home. I don't want it. Now, that's going to seem strange to some of you, but there's reasons for that. I'll get to them later. I just don't want that kind of house. I don't want that kind of life, okay? I'm driving a 1997 Ford Ranger, for crying out loud. Yes, I have another car, but that's beside the point. This is what I drive almost every day. I don't drive the car often. Now, $20 million, yes, we could do an awful lot with $20 million, an awful lot of good. And that guy's being selfish. He's thinking about himself. He wants to live this big, lavish lifestyle instead of helping the poor like that money was probably intended for. Okay? And that gets me back to other politicians saying we need to help the poor while they keep $20 million, earn $20 million a year and give nothing to the poor. That's a hypocrite. Sorry, that's something else. Another example of being selfish. You're driving down the street, line turns red, so you stop. Okay? The other direction is green, and they're going. Their light turns red, and they keep going. They're running the red light. What are they doing? They are thinking about themselves instead of taking care of things like they're supposed to. They are being selfish. They're taking away my chance to go through the light by running the red light themselves. That's another example of being selfish. Okay? And all this thinking of self does absolutely nothing for us as a society. Okay? Nothing. Now, I own a small business. A lot of you know that. I'm not quiet about that. It's a constant source of frustration and joy. Joy. Oh, sorry, someone's being selfish here, not getting on the freeway properly. Anyhow. Yeah, he just slammed on the brakes right before he got on the freeway. Anyhow, getting back to this. My small business, it's a constant source of joy and frustration. And I know others running in the same field I am in a small business. Now, what do you guys think happens when a small business owner becomes selfish? Does his business flourish or does it die? When you're thinking of yourself and you're running a small business, what happens is you start thinking about how can I get money out of the customers? Yes, I run a business. Yes, I need to get money out of the customers. I got bills to pay. I got a wife and daughter to take care of. Okay? I've got 15 to 20 employees to take care of. I need to get money out of the customers. But when you think of only that so you can be rich, your business is not going to succeed. You need to think about your customers as people and treating them properly and giving more to your customers than your competitor does. I do that on a routine basis. My wife gives me some trouble for it occasionally because I will stay an extra half hour and not charge anyone for that labor or that time to make sure they get past their test. I will meet with students and not charge them anything and sit down and go through their old test with them when they don't do good. I do this all the time, even if sometimes I do charge them because I want them aware that my time is valuable, but I don't charge them what I ordinarily would for that kind of service. Because of this, our business is flourishing. We just expanded and added an extra. Yeah, I got someone being selfish in front of me right now again. They were thinking of themselves instead of me passing and pulling in front of me, caused me to hit the brakes pretty hard. Anyhow, back to this. We expanded our small business by 600 to 800 square feet. I was thinking it was going to take a year or two to start utilizing all that extra space. Absolutely not. We filled that up within a month. That tells me that we should have done that a while ago, that we've been holding back on our business. We've been keeping back on our revenue we can generate. That's what that tells me. And all of that's because I am not selfish with my time. I try to hire employees who feel the same way, who sit down and work with the students and help them get through their stuff. Sure, we got to make money. Most businesses are that way. But you can find some who feel that making money isn't necessarily all there is to it. A lot of the mom and pop stores are that way. Okay, a lot of hobby shops are that way. Those people are not making a lot of money in their business. Yet they give a lot of their time and themselves to that hobby shop to keep it going so you can buy paint locally. Okay? And I thumbs up those people. A lot of the YouTubers are not selfish either. Dr. Cranky, he comes to mind. He is not selfish with his time. He spreads it out everywhere. He's making some money off his channel. He sells some stuff, yes. But he doesn't sell everything. Okay? He will contact people and say, hey, I want to build a model with you, him and CT Speed Shop. No, he's not I really don't know the arrangement they have, but I'm pretty sure, about 100% positive, Dr. Cranky's not charging CT for the privilege of working with him. And CT's not charging Dr. Cranky. They're doing this for us, and that's an act of not being selfish. Now, in your day-to-day lives, here's some things to think about too. If you're selfish, you will not have a good relationship with others. Think about your friends. Do they think of themselves first, or do they help you out when needed? Okay? I'm so freaking busy, sometimes I can't help my friends, but when some of them do call, I do come and try to help. When I can. know, I got 15, 20 employees to take care of. So I got to balance it. You guys watched the time video just a week ago. All right. So helping your friends, showing that you're not selfish is a big thing. Your wives, your significant others. If you are selfish with a wife, you won't have a wife long. If you think of yourself, why is the house dirty? Why is there no food? Why have you not, why are you gaining weight? Why are you doing this? You're thinking of yourself and not their feelings. You're thinking of yourself. And eventually they will leave because they don't want to hear that. They would rather have someone come up to them and thank them for cooking what dinner they did. Thank them for what they have done. Okay? And turn around and do things for them without being asked. That's what you really need to do. Is quit thinking of yourself and start thinking of the other, and you will have a much better relationship. Now, how does all this apply to model building? Well, maybe a little bit, but not much. Okay? One, I'm not selfish with my time with my wife and child. Okay? Because of that, model building time suffers, because I will spend the time with them instead of building the models. My wife recognizes that, and she tells me to go upstairs and work on my model every weekend. She is trying not to be selfish with her desire to spend time with me. She wants me to go do the models because she knows I enjoy it. Okay? So the two of us are working back and forth trying not to be selfish, and it makes us feel valued. And with the model working, if you're doing nothing but coming home and going, see ya, going to build a model, you're being selfish with yourself. You're spending all your time on your model and you're not seeing your wife. Okay? I try to get my wife engaged with my model building simply so we can spend that time together. She does some here and there. I don't think it really interests her all that much. She'd rather do a painting, to be honest. She's really good at painting, by the way. Much better at it than I am. I tried a couple, and well, give me an airbrush, I can paint something. Give me a brush and a canvas, no. And I can do an airbrush on canvas. I'm fine with that because I'm used to the airbrush. I'm used to working that. But no, don't give me a brush and canvas, especially with the paints they have. I don't like them. They don't do what I want, and that's kind of important. So model building, you can be selfish with your model building, and I think that's where some of the problems we have stem from on YouTube and some of the forums, is people are like, oh, I'm not as good as him. So they're thinking about themselves. They're thinking, I'm horrible compared to them, but they missed 5 bolts on the top edge of this tank, so I can get them for it. That might be driving some of the problems we're having with haters on the forum. Envy and being selfish, those are the two things that drive hate. Anyhow, everyone, this rant is long enough. I've kind of winding down, plus I'm almost at my destination. So I am going to get off here and take care of things in life. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the ride along. A couple of exciting spots where people cut me off. That's always fun when you're trying to drive down the street, isn't it? Well, anyhow, I'm at my destination. I will talk to you guys soon. There'll be model videos. The Big Spring Contest starts March 1st, and today is what, the 19th? It's the 19th. So we have less than 10 days before it starts, and I got to pick something out. I'm probably going to go with a resin kit this time. I got a bunch of resin kits I've been looking at. A couple of plastic kits, a couple of things in my mind. I'll put a video up on that when we get closer to contest date. So probably next weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.